Breaking news tonight in the desperate search for a 2-year-old Florida girl, Caylee. 6 months of searching culminate when skeletal remains found in a heavily wooded area just 15 houses from the Anthony home confirmed to be Caylee. Manner of death, homicide. A utility meter reader stumbles on a tiny human skeleton, including a skull covered in light-colored hair. The killer duct taping and placing a heart-shaped sticker directly over the mouth, then triple bagging little Caylee like she's trash. Torpedo to the defense. In the last 24 hours, in a stunning about-face, the state brings down the hammer and announces they will seek the death penalty against tot mom Caylee Anthony. But today, after hours behind bars with tot mom, her lawyer emerges to state she will not be intimidated by, quote, forces out to get her. He also suggests the trial's price tag is too steep. But hey, can they put a price tag on justice for Caylee? We learned the aggravating circumstances behind the state decision to seek death includes little Caylee's tender age, just 2 years old, and the fact they say Caylee's killer was her own mother. We also learned George Anthony heads back for round 2. That's right, grandfather George back on the hot seat under oath. Lawyers honing in on sheriffs present when tot mom views live TV coverage at the moment Caylee's skeleton discovered. But why? What do they know? This while the state adds even more to the 100-plus witnesses expected at trial. And tonight, we comb through more raw footage of grandparents George and Cindy Anthony being confronted under oath.
Do you really understand how I feel in this? I'm completely out of the loop with everything.
A dramatic change by prosecutors in the case against Caylee Anthony. She could now face the death penalty if she's found guilty of murdering her little girl, Caylee.
Heinous, cruel, atrocious, cold, calculated, premeditated. The murder was committed during a case of aggravated child abuse.
The electric chair is still available in Florida.
They've been trying to intimidate Caylee Anthony from day one, and it didn't work then. It's not going to work now.
God, I just want to go home. Every day I wake up, I'm just hoping and praying that I get to go home.
She was fully aware that this was a strong possibility, and she's aware of the forces that are out to get her.
Your daughter has lied to you about many things.
Correct. I still believe my daughter.
I believe in my daughter.
To this day, I believe everything that my sister tells me.
Am I upset, sir? You're darn right I'm upset being here. So I think this is just uncalled for.
It changes absolutely nothing. For people to be out there saying, oh, now I'm going to be off the case or I'm going to be in the background, they really don't know what they're talking about.
Straight out to Mark Williams standing by there in Florida. Mark, what's the latest?
Attorney Jose Baez, who we just heard from just a moment ago, has informed his client Caylee Anthony of the state's decision to seek the death penalty against her. Of course, that was sent in a letter of intent earlier this week. There's no word yet of her reaction whatsoever. And Baez also says, and we're quoting, there are forces out to get his client, Caylee. Also, Baez adds the state's decision will not how should we say this, have Caylee make a plea deal in this murder case in the death of her daughter. And Baez says it hasn't worked in the past, so obviously it's not going to work right now. And Attorney Baez wants to depose a couple of other people. One, of course, Lieutenant Tammy Unzer from the Sheriff's Office, and another deputy involved in the case.
Like a comet blazing across the evening sky.
truly love that little girl and miss her so much.
We're here because we got here how? To do what?
Because I lied.
I want you to tell me how lying to us is going to help us find your daughter.
It's not going to.
My mother immediately goes, "Who took her? Who took her?" And then Casey goes, "The nanny did. She was kidnapped, Mom."
If no Zenaida Gonzalez is on your list, is it because you've rejected that story?
I haven't rejected that story. I believe in my daughter.
And what was it that motivated you to go pick up Caylee at Universal?
Casey told me Caylee was there.
Okay. And did you come to find out that obviously Casey and Caylee weren't at Universal?
Yes.
Did that cause you concern?
Yes.
Okay. Did you call the police at that point?
No.
Why not?
Because I still believe my daughter.
I still have that feeling, that presence. I know that she's alive.
Casey has lied to me in the past, and when she's lied, she's told me the truth. We've always gotten to the bottom of the truth.
She was fully aware that this was a strong possibility, and she's aware of the forces that are out to get her. They have no witnesses, no confession. If they think that this is going to make her plea, they're sadly mistaken. They've been trying to intimidate Caylee Anthony from day one, and it didn't work then. It's not going to work now.
They just don't get it, do they? The state announces they will seek the death penalty against top mom Caylee Anthony, and both she and her lawyer apparently believe it's all a giant ploy about her, directed at her. What they don't seem to get is this is about a 2-year-old little girl that was murdered and triple bagged and discarded like she was trash. It's not all about dark forces swirling around the jailhouse out to get her. It is about justice. Nikki, any word about Top Mom's reaction when she realized the state is going to seek the death penalty?
There's been absolutely no word on her reaction. Jose Baez wouldn't comment, and no one from the jail would comment. Baez would just make those comments saying that she was aware that the possibility was on the table and that she knew that there were forces, quote, out to get her.
Did you talk at all to your granddaughter during those 31 days, on the phone or text or anything like that?
Well, number one is my granddaughter's only 2. She was only 2 years old at the time. She doesn't text.
Okay.
I haven't talked to my granddaughter. I have not heard my granddaughter's voice since June 16th of 2008. Do not ask me that again, sir, because I will walk out of here.
Okay.
Do not do that
sir,
to me
I don't
again.
Want to make it hard on you.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I've already answered everything about this lady right here, and I've done it in the best possible way that I can, and I told you, this is not the lady that my daughter described to me. So we can end this right now.
Brad, if she's going to walk out, we're going to move to find her in contempt of court. We're going to be seeking sanctions, attorney's fees.
Ask me the last question.
Ma'am, we're
not walking out, Mr. Morgan.
Ask me the
Ask
last
the
question.
last
I'm
question.
sitting in the seat.
That's
Ask
the
me
last question. We need to mic up.
I don't need to mic anything.
Ma'am.
I never agreed to have a mic on.
Okay. Ma'am.
I'm not micing up.
Well then.
If someone touches me, I'm gonna file harassment charges if someone's touching me.
Brad.
I'm not micing up. I'll talk loud enough that you can cameras
Brad.
Can we take a break?
Sure.
Sure.